Crocodiles have been ruling on Earth for millions of years, and over this whole time, they have developed into an invincible predator with little to no natural threats in the wild. They have deadly jaws that are capable enough to snap their prey in two halves, and a hide so thick that it's almost impossible to penetrate it. With all these abilities, it's safe to say that crocodiles and alligators terrorize every animal they come across and have a predetermined dominance in any attack. But, as nature would have it, sometimes these attacks do not go as planned and go against the gators, some of which can be detrimental for the attacker. In this video, we will show you 15 mind-blowing moments of animals defending themselves against crocodiles and attacking them. Number 15. Zebra. Crocodiles and zebras often coexist, which implies that they come across each other more than the zebras would want to. While drinking water or crossing rivers, zebras have to confront the deadly jaws of these reptiles and fall prey to their hunger frequently. Although sometimes they are not game for the hunt and decide to take matters in their own hands. A lone zebra is fighting against not one, not two, but 5 giant crocodiles together. The water adds to the problem of the zebra, but favors the reptiles immensely. The victim, however, is determined to survive this attack. With an open wound and severe injuries, the prey violently kicks the crocs that causes giant water splashes, forcing the predators to lose focus. The intense scuffle continues, but the zebra eventually manages to walk ashore. Stuck in the river during migration, this zebra is attacked by a crocodile and immediately tossed in a death roll. But instead of surrendering to its attacker, the zebra kicks back, and when the croc comes to the surface, it bites the startled reptile. The croc is stunned and retreats immediately, leaving the zebra alone. Number 14. Otter. Otters are a member of the mustelid family that includes weasels, minks, wolverines, and others. This particular class of animals can deceive anyone with their appearance. They have an adorable and docile face on the outside and are vicious hunters on the inside. Their highly slender and flexible body is able to squeeze out of any situation and turn the game around. Instead of running with its dear life, this fearless mustelid attacks the tail of a giant crocodile that's basking on the bank. The reptile snaps back at this annoying intruder, but the otter has no intention of backing up and goes around to attack from the other end. The otter avoids attacking from the front to escape the mighty jaws, and although the attacks weren't deadly, it surely gave a good scare to the croc. In this clip, an agitated reptile is being harassed by an otter. The mustelid inspects the water before entering it and swims under its alleged victim and attacks the tail from below, startling the reptile. Before it can retaliate, the otter swims back on the shore and repeats the assault and disappears underwater. Number 13. Buffalo. Buffaloes are frequently hunted by numerous predators lurking around, but these animals do not go down without a fierce fight. The mighty horns on their heads are lethal defenses that can stab its opponent to death, and unitedly, they can dramatically change the course of attacks. A stunned buffalo jumps out of the water when a crocodile grabs one of its hind legs and drags the reptile out on the land. After a brief struggle, the buffalo succeeds in unclasping the jaws and freeing its leg. The victim starts attacking as the rest of the herd joins in to torture the reptile. Finally, one of them hooks the crocodile in its horns and hurls it to the ground brutally. Number 12. Leopard. Both leopards and crocodiles are apex predators, seated at the top of the food chain. They usually stay out of each other's path since their habitat is different. However, sometimes their confrontation becomes unavoidable and the consequences are brutal. The leopard is holding down a full-grown adult crocodile while it's working on piercing through the formidable hide. The feline has firmly placed itself on the reptile to block any chances of falling prey to the enormous jaws. The leopard has claimed dominance and was close to making a confirmed kill, but was interrupted by some buffaloes. The distraction allows the croc to survive this tricky situation. Although the leopard failed to make the final strike, the crocodile definitely had a close call with death. Number 11. Elephant. Crocodiles do not play by any boundaries. Since they have been around for many years and seen many catastrophes, it's safe to say that there are very few things that can scare these monsters, one of them being the elephants. Although elephants do get attacked by these predators occasionally, crocodiles usually prefer to keep their distance from the largest land mammals. As 2 crocodiles take a sunbath completely oblivious to the elephants nearby, our herd decides to prove their dominance right away and charge towards the reptiles in full swing. The crocs were evidently outnumbered and did not want to pick a fight in this situation. One of them makes a move on the baby elephant, but realizes that it might be a death trap. Then, they immediately dash into the water to get rid of the attackers. Number 10. Lion. Lions and crocodiles have a bad history and often attack each other. The reptiles create quite a nuisance whenever a lion enters their territory and receives a likewise reaction from the lions as well. A strolling lion confronts a crocodile, and the reptile immediately snaps at the king by exposing its deadly jaws. This is a warning signal to prove its superiority, but the lion takes it as a challenge and snaps back at it. The reptile loses it and lashes out with its spiky tail as the lion continues to harass the croc. It only takes a few minutes for the lion to suppress the reptile, and it calmly places itself right next to it to show how little impact the croc had on the mighty king. This crocodile is trying to steal the hard-earned meal of a lioness. The reptile rolls over to get a grip over the food and storms away thinking the lioness would back off. But the feline is not letting its rival get away with her kill and gives chase. She firmly bites down the carcass and drags the crocodile to the shore along with it. Stunned at the immense strength of a single lioness, the croc decides to call it quits and only stares as the lioness settles down to enjoy her meal. Number 9. Jaguar. By now, it's established that wild cats do not share the best relation with crocodiles and alligators. Similarly, jaguars and caiman share mutual hatred for one another, and all their encounters end on a nasty, bloody note. Jaguar wades through the water to close in on an unsuspecting caiman. It lays low to stay undetected until it enters the attacking range. Then, it pounces on the startled victim and nabs its neck. Before the caiman could do anything, the jaguar swims back with the prey helplessly dangling from its mouth. In this one too, a jaguar dives into the water and hunts a caiman. The reptile wiggles violently and rolls over in an attempt to escape. After an intense battle, the jaguar carries the caiman ashore and sits next to it ready to devour its meal. Number 8. Snake. Sharing the same habitat makes snake and crocodile confrontations inevitable. While the smaller snakes do not stand a chance against the crocs, giant pythons and anacondas can make a huge difference. The sheer size difference between the two reptiles in this clip is remarkable. The anaconda is biting down the lower jaw of the caiman to prevent it from biting on its body instead. Meanwhile, the serpent is wrapping itself around the caiman and constricting it to its death. Number 7. Crocodiles. Crocodile work together with each other decently in most cases, but when circumstances go sour, the teammates quickly turn on each other, leading to a vicious fight to the death. 3 crocodiles are divided over a single pig. Each of them wants the whole carcass, and this inability to share food leads to a brutal fight among them. They charge at each other with gaping mouths and exposed jaws. The reptiles engage in vicious death rolls to subdue their rivals. They bite and lash at each other every time one of them approaches the dead animal, which results in an endless battle. Number 6. Baboon. Baboons are vicious primates capable of crushing any opponent if they unite against them. Even when the opponent is a crocodile, baboons will still go ahead with the fight instead of falling back. An agitated baboon troop is looking on as one of their members has been captured by a croc and dragged in the middle of the waterhole. The captive baboon somehow staggers back to land, followed by its attacker. Once there, all hell breaks loose on the reptile as the troop viciously starts attacking it. They bash the attacker to such an extent that the startled croc races back to escape the mad tribe. Number 5. Hippo. Hippos are daredevil animals and extremely unpredictable. With an enormous jaw, strong canines, and a thick hide to protect themselves from predators, hippos have nothing to be scared of. A sneaky croc makes the biggest mistake by provoking a hippo. The latter immediately charges at the reptile and bites down its tail. Fortunately, the water causes enough distraction, and the croc slips away, but strikes the hippo again. Luckily for the croc, even this time when the hippo tries to bite it down, the water obstructs visibility, and the reptile escapes being ripped off for the second time. A croc hunts down a cow from land and drags it in the water when a hippo starts stalking it. It callously approaches the croc and steals away its hunt. The croc is aware of a hippo's strength and doesn't budge even as the cow gets snatched away. Number 4. Raccoon. While raccoons might be no match for a full-grown crocodile, nabbing a small, vulnerable, and young reptile is a different matter altogether. As these baby raccoons are raiding an alligator nest, an unfortunate young gator swims right up to them at that exact time. Without wasting another minute, 3 hungry raccoons attack the victim, as well as its other siblings. But instead of finishing them off, the raccoons leave, giving these gators a second shot at life. Number 3. Birds. Reptiles attacking birds while they visit the shallows in search of food is common, but birds attacking these predators is a rare event. This heron has secured a nice little baby alligator for its lunch. The bird grabs and drops the reptile repeatedly and pokes at it for a while, before simply gulping the animal down. This heron too has found a small defenseless croc to satiate its hunger. Baby crocs often wander away from their parents and land up in the mouth of such predators patiently waiting for a chance like this. Number 2. Honey badger. One thing that makes honey badgers stand out from the other animals is their indomitable nature and fearless attitude. They never back down from a fight, and this fighter spirit makes them an exception of nature. This badger instigates a crocodile into battle, and without a tinge of fear, attacks the predator from behind, and even manages to land a few impactful bites on the croc's tail. Though the fight is partially visible, it is clear that the croc is not having an easy win. After several minutes, the badger comes out unscathed and walks away, leaving an exhausted croc behind. Dropping the usual fight to find a meal, this badger is treating itself to a baby reptile and scampers away with a satisfied look and a dead croc between its teeth. Number 1. Alligators. Alligators do not need an excuse to start a war with each other. These reptiles are unpredictable and short-tempered, and there is no telling what might tick them off. 2 gators engage in an endless death roll, as one of them is biting down the other by its head. The violent smashes on the ground are an attempt to injure the opponent severely, but the tremendously sturdy hide protects the victim. When the assaulted alligator is finally freed, it dashes into the water, and the other one seems disoriented and confused as it treads into the water slowly. That's all for today, folks. Which of these animal encounters had you on the edge? Let us know in the comments down below. Plus, don't forget to like and share this video with your friends and family. To get more such amazing videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon so that you can get notified every time we come with a new video. Have a great day, and we hope to see you soon in another exciting video.